LR Ultimate Gohan is upon us, but should you summon? How's it, everybody? Celtic Link here. We're back for another Dokkan battle video. In today's video, we are answering that age-old question. Should you summon? We have a brand new yellow coin LR on the way, the LR Agl Ultimate Gohan. And I know the burning question is whether or not you should spend your hard-earned stones on this guy. So in this video, let's go ahead, let's talk about whether or not I think that's worth it. As always, when we make that determination, we are going to look at the following things. Number one, the unit itself. Is the unit good enough to justify spending your stones on him? Second, we'll take a look at the banner and determine whether or not the banner will be good enough to justify a summon if the units are good enough on it. Now, we don't have an exact confirmation on who will be on the banner, but we can take some pretty good guesses and make our determination based on that. And then finally, we'll look at what lies ahead based on everything we know that is coming up until the 9th anniversary. What is it we will be giving up if we choose to summon on this banner? So let's go ahead, let's take a look at the unit itself. So the LR Agl Ultimate Gohan, he will be dropping in just about 24 hours from me dropping this video. He is a Majin Buu Saga or Saviors category key for HP attack defense 150%. He is a yellow coin LR after all, so that is pretty typical. His passive gives him an entrance animation that can be activated once only. It gives him key 6 for the rest of battle, and all allies defense 58% for 2 turns from his entry turn. And when there are another 2 Majin Buu Saga category allies on the team upon the entry turn. He gets key 3 attack defense 180% and guards all attacks. He randomly changes key spheres of a certain type, AGL excluded, to AGL key spheres, and when all allies attack in the same turn are Majin Buu Saga characters. So as long as you're doing all Majin Buu Saga, he's changing AGL spheres, which will help him get the 24 key, which you'll see he'll need here in just a second. He has an additional attack defense at the 8% when key is 12, and he has an additional attack defense at the 8% and launches an additional attack that has a 70% chance of becoming a super attack when key is 18. So typical LR Gohan stuff, you want to have that 18 key or more so you can get those additional supers. He has defense 20% for Majin Buu Saga category allies, self-excluded, and an additional 58% when activating the active skill or when key is 24. He launches 2 additional attacks, each of which has a 30% chance of becoming a super attack when facing only one enemy whose HP is 58% or more at the start of turn. He does have an active skill that can be activated when facing only one enemy whose HP is 58% or less when there's another Majin Buu Saga category ally attacking the same turn, starting from the 6th turn. Once only. Now, he does have a couple super attacks here. His typical super attack is raising attack on his 12 key is attack for 3 turns and defense for 1 turn while causing colossal damage to the enemy. His standard 18 key raises his attack infinitely and raises defense for the turn and causes mega colossal damage to the enemy. Now, he does have a unit super as long as you have Goten, Trunks, or Gotenks, Majin Buu excluded, so no Buu tanks. When key is 18, his unit super will greatly raise attack infinitely and raise defense for the turn, while also raising allies defense for 58% self-excluded. So you want to make sure you have Gotenks on rotation with him, either so that there's, you know, we got a couple good Gotenks, especially if we end up getting the Tech EZA here, Super EZA here soon on Global. You basically have 3 Gotenks you can run on his team that can float and help him get that, especially if you're keeping this guy on rotation with Ultimate Gohan. So all in all, a great unit, a phenomenal unit actually, right? His peak damage rivals that of LR Broly. Not quite on his level, but if he actually procs all 4 of his supers on that active skill turn, he's hitting some pretty big numbers, but again, that assumes you get that medium chance to super. If you're anything like me and you have experience with LR Cooler, you know how hard it is to proc that medium chance to super, which means more often than not, you're seeing 1, maybe 2 supers at best, plus a hidden potential proc. However, your hidden potential is probably going to want to go into crit if you get dupes of him, because he has no built-in crit. So, I mean, the nice thing is a lot of the super easy A's that you'd be running on this team give crit to allies, so there is help in that regard. But just know that you'll probably primarily be focusing on that. So all in all, the character is really, really powerful. He is, with his link skills, does it show the links here? Yeah. So with his link skills, as you can see, Tech Ultimate Gohan's is his best partner, right? In base, he's going to be a great 4-link partner with Tech Ulton, because they're going to share the big ones that we want. Cold Judgment, All in the Family, which are basically the main 2 you want on Gohan. And then once he transforms, right, now we've got all of the links except for legendary power, right? We've got Power Bestowed by God, Infighter, right? We've got All in the Family, Cold Judgment, Shocking Speed, which just, Shocking Speed is important because it's going to help him with the key. As you see, he does want that 24 key. So having Shocking Speed active once transformed will be really, really helpful in that regard. So great unit. I would say not a must summon though, right? He is phenomenal, and if you pulled on him, it wouldn't be bad, right? You'd be getting very, very good value out of it, especially if you're someone who likes running the Tech Ultimate Gohan. You've got an excellent partner for him. So I would say in the unit, in a vacuum, it's a thumbs up. He is worth the summon, simply based on his kit. However, there are other factors that make me think he may not be the best choice to summon for right now. So the first of that factor is going to be his banner. Now, he will be on a yellow coin banner. Yellow coin banners now, as of, I think, this banner right here, are now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 featured banners, which isn't bad, right? It's not terrible. I think Ribrianne's was the same, right? If we flip over here, not you, we're going to come to you in a second. Yeah, so 10 featured units, as is typical with yellow coin banners. We might get lucky and they switch it up, but I doubt it. This being a big celebration, we're probably going to see the format similar to this. So expect to see 10 featured units, like the Ginyu banner, with the LR Gohan featured, and then at least 2 other LRs, as we can see here, like Ginyu, for example, had Bojack and Ribrianne on there, so they both fit under his lead of special pose, or on his categories, or share a team of like space traveling warriors. So that definitely works for that. So imagine we're probably going to see something very, very similar. So knowing that Gohan is mainly Majin Buu Saga and Saviors, we're probably going to see, in terms of yellow coin LRs, I doubt they would throw Vegeta on here, but it is a possibility. Guarantee LR Super Buu is going to be on the banner, but we could see Majin Vegeta or AGL Trunks and Goten on the banner, or even Angel Vegeta on the banner as the other featured LRs. There's a possibility, if we flip over here real quick to... let's actually click on him real quick. His other category is Saviors, and in terms of LRs, yeah, that's what I thought. So in terms of LRs, there's a possibility that these guys could be on the banner as well. But that, I feel like, is far less likely, just given that we're mainly in a Majin Buu Saga celebration. So I think the likely outcome is to have the Majin Buu Saga character. So imagine one of those guys on the banner. So what does that mean for the rest of the banner? Well, the rest of the banner, if we use Ginyu as our jumping off point, is filled with characters that fit the category and are easy A-ing in the celebration. So in the case of Ginyu, right, Champa we got an easy... oh, actually, no, they easy-ate after. Or before that, so... Never mind. No, it was Ribrianne's banner that did that, right? Yes. Yeah, so Ribrianne's banner featured... Oh, wait, no, it didn't. It just had Vados. Vados easy-ate during that celebration. Okay, then, so actually all bets are off, right? I was thinking what they would do is put these guys on the banner here, right? So the Boo Tanks, the Hercule, the Boo, the Goten, and the Trunks. They could put them as the extra featured units on the banner. Possible. It's not unlikely. The other thing is, if there ends up being a super easy, we'll see these guys on this banner. But it really doesn't matter, right? There's not going to be anybody, like, looking at Ribrianne, who was the last yellow coin, and, right, looking at Ribrianne's banner and Ginyu's banner, it's pretty safe to assume that whatever they are, like, they're not going to be anything to write home about. So knowing that, I would really say that the banner is probably a no-go for me. There's not going to be anything of value on there, majorly, aside from maybe Superboo, LR Superboo, and Gohan himself. So what does that mean? That means I cannot give my thumbs up on the banner itself. It's just that there's a whole lot on there that just isn't worth it, in my opinion. So that is 1 in the category for the unit, and none in the category for the banner. So all that leaves left is to look at what lies ahead. And you may have already kind of seen it through these other banners that we've been flipping through. So first and foremost, after this banner with the Ultimate Gohan, we will have either the first form Frieza or where is it here? This guy here, the Topo. I think Topo is probably less likely. In fact, I fear his banner may disappear altogether or be merged with Frieza's banner in the future. But at a minimum, I feel like Frieza is the best bet to see as the next Dokkan Festival following this celebration on Global, meaning this will be our last Dokkan Fest right before the anniversary in June. He's probably going to be a big skip unless you're missing like these guys or you really, really like Frieza and his Frieza, but he's missing some major players to make himself viable anyways. So, you know, this is probably going to be a big old skip. The big thing we're all going to be worried about is what follows the next month. But before we get there, we will have Ginyu's banner, who will be very, very similar to this banner in that it is a yellow coin banner. This will be the last banner right before the anniversary kicks off at the beginning of July. Both of these are big, hard skips. So the main thing you're going to be concerned about is going to be these banners here. The Beast Gohan coming in part 2 of the anniversary, the LR Gammas, the Broly, and the Gogeta, right? These are the anniversary units. We know they are coming. We know that Gogeta and Broly will headline part 1, which will pretty much run all the way up till about mid-July, and then Beast Gohan and the Gammas headlining part 2. All banners will be available all throughout the month of July, but of course, you know, this dude, I don't want to say he gaps the game, but he kind of puts a lot of other units to shame to the point where, right, everybody now is comparing any unit that releases to him, and for good reason. He is far and away one of the best cards in the game, right? He doesn't have to be on any good teams. I cleared easy A's on JP with him alone that I shouldn't have been able to clear, but yes, we did. So he is just that good of a unit. Very, very useful. He's got tons of teams. Great partners for both the Tech Ultimate Gohan and the new Gohan. So, you know, that's probably where most of your stones are going to be directed, if not one of the other anniversary banners. But either way, you should be saving your stones for them. Following these amazing banners, though, of course, we do know that we will be getting, where is he? Now I lost him again. Topo. We'll probably get, if they don't get rid of Topo's banner, we will be seeing him in August. So, again, the main draw for us on Global right now is those anniversary banners. Or you're one of those people who's skipping everything until 10th anniversary, in which case ignore this video entirely. But so that leaves 1 in the category for the unit, no in the category for the banner. The banner's just, there's nothing they can throw on this banner that's going to make it worth your while. And then 3, what lies ahead? All your stones should be directed to the anniversary or saving for worldwide if you can't, if you think you can wait until 10th annie for the anniversary units. But we should be mostly directing our stones at one of these banners here. So unlike previous ones, I don't think I can tier my recommendation for this. In fact, I might just have to say, unless you're swimming in stones, steer clear of this banner. And what do I mean swimming, right? Unless you've hit that 1500 mark already that we said we could earn by anniversary, right? Unless you've hit that mark already, then I suggest you kind of steer away from the banner. And even if you did hit that mark, I don't suggest you do any more than, say, 3 to 6 multis, right? And so that's 300 stones. And the reason I say that is for the following reason. Well, if you are pay to play, right, low to play, you know, we have 30 unit ticket multis, right? So this could sway your decision, right? This is basically 30, you do a 30 ticket multi, and usually with this, one of the characters is guaranteed featured, right? This is how we picked up Ribri Ann, so could be pretty useful for those of you who are trying to avoid spending stones. Could be very, very helpful. Otherwise, if you do decide to dip into the stone version of the banner, you got the new pity coin system. It is a yellow coin LR, which means there will be pity. And the way the pity works is you get, like a typical summon, you get 5 for every multi you do, or 10 for every multi you do. And in order to pick up a copy of the new LR, you need 200 of the coins. It's actually pretty darn generous. Or is it 200? Actually, let's take a look here, because I did actually pull up the Ribri Ann, right? So this was Ribri Ann's banner. In order to trade for her, 1 legendary for every 5 dragon stones consumed. Yeah, so you get 10 on a multi, and then you can trade, it shows the number here somewhere. Let's see here. During the update, where is it? I swear it showed it in here. It's like 200 to 300 coins. Here it is. 200 of those legendary summon coins. There it is. It was at the top. Yeah. So I mean, realistically, 200 of those coins is about 1,000 stones or so, right? Which, you know, it could be less, right? Depending on how much you get. Actually, I think it's a lot less, right? 200. Wait, you get 10 for every multi, right? 10. So 200 divided by 50. All right, so yeah, that's about 1,000 stones. So that'll be good. But I mean, hopefully you don't have to go that far into it, right? Because if you pull any dupes of units you already have rainbowed, you can trade them for these coins as well, and then use them towards your stuff. So I mean, if you're willing to, it is worth it because of the pity coin. To add on to that, there is, where is it? Here, it's also here somewhere. Right here. So up to the 21st multi-summon. So that, if it took you all the way to the 21st multi-summon, that's 1,050 stones, right? every third multi during that during those 21 multis is a guaranteed featured SSR. So if you don't pull them during one of those guaranteed featured SSR multis, then by the 21st multi you can pick them up with those coins. If you don't pick them up sooner, by collecting coins for dupes, right? So, you know, most people I have seen be able to pull in less than, depending on how many dupes they have I've seen people get them in less than, you know, 400 to 500 stones. So if you are pay to play, low to play, it's definitely not a bad gig having that pity system there. So I just wanted to throw that out there for you. But for most free to play players, that doesn't really change my recommendation. Unless you're swimming in stones, you know, don't do any more than 300 stones. If you are in full on saving mode, don't touch this banner at all. It's not going to be worth it giving up your summons on the anniversary for this guy. So guys, that is it for the video. I know it took us a long way to get there, but I wanted to make sure I hit you guys with all the right information here to make sure you guys can make a proper informed decision. If you guys like the video, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you have not already. And in the comments down below, let us know what you guys are thinking. Are you planning on summoning for Gohan? Are you picking up the tickets? Are you going to go for the pity? What are you planning on doing? Or are you on full-on saving mode for the 9th anniversary? Or even better, for the 10th anniversary? Let us know in the comments down below. Otherwise, guys, as always, thanks for watching, and aloha!